Guys, welcome to Serial at Midnight. My name is Heath, and I'm glad you're here. In this video, we're going to talk about it's a Big Lots haul. I go in Big Lots every now and then, and Big Lots is a store in the U.S. If you're outside of the U.S., I'm not sure if they're there, but they're like a liquidation store, closeouts, stuff like that. Every now and then, I like to go in and check the physical media, DVDs, Blu-rays, things like that, just to see weird things show up at Big Lots, and there's no rhyme or reason. Sometimes I'll find out about it on like a forum or something like Blu-ray.com. Sometimes you'll find out that, hey, such and such is showing up at Big Lots. But most of the time, I just try to check in on a Big Lots about once a month, maybe once every 2 months. So yesterday, I ran into a Big Lots after work, and I hit the jackpot. I got a lot of great deals, so I haven't really even opened them or touched them. I wanted to do this on the camera so we could see what kind of deals are out there at Big Lots. And we're going to start with Veronica Mars, the movie, on Blu-ray. I've never seen it. I consider myself a Veronica Mars fan, but I haven't seen season 3. I don't think I watched any of them live on TV when they were coming out. I say live, you know what I mean. I have season 1 on DVD, I have season 2 on DVD, but there was a season 3, right? And I don't have that. And I've never seen the movie, so I guess I'm a lapsed Veronica Mars fan. When Buffy got canceled, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, a lot of people said that Veronica Mars was the successor of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So now I have the movie, and as you can see, I paid $3 for it. So I'm happy to have that. Ballistic, X vs. Sever. This is a movie that a lot of people think is terrible, but that I really like. I believe I watched this with my cousin Jason one day. Jason, we watched this? It's got Antonio Banderas. It's got Lucy Liu, 90s Lucy Liu, 90s Antonio Banderas. Both of these actors were like super hot at the time. Like Antonio Banderas was coming off of like that Desperado phase in his career. Lucy Liu, I think this is circa Charlie's Angels for her. So it's an action movie. I believe it has Ray Park in it. Yes, Ray Park, Darth Maul, who everybody's talking about right now, is in this movie. And I just remember it being like a really fun, stylized comic book. I don't mean like superhero, but just like over-the-top stylized comic book style, Sin City, that sort of thing. Just like a ballet of bullets. And I really liked it when I saw it. And I feel like people are like, that movie stinks, but I like it, and I have it in the collection now for $3. Hitman, a movie that I have never seen. It's got Timothy Olyphant, right? I don't know. I have never just been super interested in this movie, but it was $5 marked down to $2.50. So I figure for $2.50, if the movie's terrible, at least I have the case. I can put something else in the case. I'll probably like it. And I believe, yeah, this copy comes with the digital HD as well. So I could redeem that at like Movies Anywhere or Vudu or whatever. So I don't just get the physical media. It comes with a digital copy, and it's $2.50. It's crazy. It's a crazy deal, right? I've always been curious about this movie, London Boulevard. It's got Keira Knightley in it, Colin Farrell. $3 marked down to $1.50. When I went to London, I've been to London, and when I went on the underground, the underground subway system, there were ads for this movie, and I don't think that we either did not get it in America, or it was like super indie, like one weekend only at like the theater 10 miles out of town. I don't remember us getting this movie. And it kind of just disappeared on me, and I kind of just forgot about it. And every now and then I'll see something about it, be like, oh yeah, I need to check that movie out. And then I'll forget about it again. But I mean, how can you go Keira Knightley and Colin Farrell in a crime movie from the Academy Award winning writer of The Departed, $1.50. Here's another movie that I have not seen. This is called Gentleman's Agreement. This is a classic Hollywood movie. This is Gregory Peck as the lead in this. This is a 1947 movie. I like old movies quite a bit, and I've seen this before at Big Lots and at like in some bargain bins. $5, I wasn't really willing to risk, to give it a shot, but it was marked down to $1.25. So a brand new Blu-ray for $1.25. I can't Redbox a Blu-ray for $1.25. So it was an easy decision. This is a weird one. Bear with me. It's just called Michael Jackson, The Life of an Icon. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it. It's put out by Universal, so it can't be super obscure. It's a 2.5-hour documentary of over 45 minutes of additional bonus bonus interviews on the special features. It says it's an all-new feature film featuring interviews with those who knew him best, featuring Katherine Jackson, Tito, and Rebby Jackson. So hey, Tito, hey, say hi to your brother Tito for me. But that's the back of it. I love Michael Jackson. I grew up with Michael Jackson's music. Yeah, we knew he was weird, but we also thought that the grooves were incredible. And I still love Michael Jackson. So this is going to be interesting to see what this uncovers. And again, that was just $3 marked down to $1.50. I picked up Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts. This was done by Richard Donner, who directed Superman the movie, who directed the Lethal Weapon series. This is not one of his more successful movies. It's not bad, but it's just not great. But for $3, I would like to have this in my library because I enjoyed this movie. I remember when Mel Gibson was not a politically incorrect figure, we'll just say that. I remember when Mel Gibson was a heroic figure, and this is kind of a callback to those days for me. And Julia Roberts, here's the thing, like, these are stars who were stars when I was coming into movies, like in the 80s, in the early 90s, like Julia Roberts, Sandra Bullock, Mel Gibson, people like this will be movie stars to me probably forever because they played such a huge part in my movie education. They were what was big, they were who's the big star now? Is Zac Efron a big star? I don't know if he's as big as I think he should be. But these were the Hollywood leads, and I enjoyed that movie for what it was. I thought it had an interesting plot. I picked up Sucker Punch. This is another one that I guess it's kind of controversial. I've never seen it. I've often looked at it. Zack Snyder, I'm not a huge fan of Zack Snyder. I like 300. I don't hate Man of Steel, and that might be all I have to say about Zack Snyder. He's a director that I think has a very distinct visual style, does not always make movies that I love, but I like the idea of an all-female whatever this is. I like the idea of that. I think that it has a cool premise, a cool stylistic, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm curious about it. So for $3, I'm going to check it out. It wasn't on clearance, but for $3, it's worth a shot. All right, and this is the last one. I would call it a guilty pleasure, only I don't feel guilty about it. But it is, it's Joe Dirt. I picked up Joe Dirt for $3. I have a standard definition digital copy of this that came in one of those like 6 movie Laugh Riot packs or something like that. It came with a standard definition digital copy, but this is a clear upgrade, and I actually really do like this movie. As a Southerner, it is awkwardly, uncomfortably close to home some of the time. David Spade isn't really, I don't think he is a Southerner, but I guess some of this stuff just translates universally, right? Like Duck Dynasty, like it's universal, right? I miss David Spade. I know he's still around, but I miss this David Spade. And so many of these guys had like a few years, like the 90s, like the Tommy Boy era, like even Chris Farley. But like we look back on Chris Farley as being this like, oh, he was so funny, but he had a very, very short window. For the Tommy Boys, there was like a Beverly Hills Ninja. It dropped off real quick. When these guys were really shining and firing on all cylinders, it was a very short window, and I missed that. And this comes from the David Spade era of greatness, and I love this movie. It's got some people in it that Christopher Walken's in this. Isn't Jamie Presley in this doing kind of the My Name Is Earl thing before My Name Is Earl? I could be wrong because it's been a while, but there it is. So this is this is the stack of stuff that came from Big Lots. All of this, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 movies, just a little over 20 bucks. So, and Big Lots does this thing too, where you can get like a reward card, and if you go shopping like 3 times in a month, you get like a $5 off coupon, which you can use for future purchases. So it really ends up being a great place to find stuff if they have it. And that's the thing, is they don't always have stuff. Different locations have different things. So I check back in every now and then, and occasionally, like this time, I get really lucky. Guys, thank you for watching this video. Have you found anything cool lately out in the wild? Any great physical media scores? Shout them out in the comments below. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Help other people find out about Serial at Midnight. And really, just be a part of the community. Join in the conversation, because this channel is very much focused on community, on like-minded people, a place for positivity. And if you think that there's a community that you are already a part of that would appreciate this content, please share it wherever you feel comfortable sharing this content to help spread the message and to build this community into something even bigger than it already is. Guys, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I will catch you later.